What's up, Little Shy Big Eye peepers? It's your girl, Little Shy Big Eyes, and I don't know, something just came over me. I felt the need to bring this to everyone's attention. The things that if you are considering relocating from wherever you are to Atlanta, Georgia, these are the things that you will need. Or you're going to, no, let me rephrase that. You're not necessarily going to struggle. Everybody's journey is different. But from my experience coming here, especially if you come from an inner city like Chicago or New York, or where they have like this immense transit system, they don't have that here. And so you'll find that, number one, you need a driver's license, a valid driver's license. Number two, you need a reliable vehicle. Excuse me. I'm saying that to say there are only 4 trains. The blue line, the green line, the red line, and the gold line. And they go so far. They've got express buses and that, and all of that. But those resources are limited. Even after you get off the train and take a bus, you still may have to walk a mile to your destination, which is crazy, right? Now rent is going up because so many people are coming here. So be prepared. You must have good credit, at least a 675, or you're going to struggle with getting a place unless you know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody. And again, your journey will be different from mine. I won't say you're going to struggle, but I'm just telling you the things that I have been, challenged with, right? I was a dummy. I came here with a 722 credit score, and I went as far as putting utilities in my name for another household that didn't belong to me, and it didn't work out well. So now I have to rebuild my credit. So that, for those of you asking, like, or maybe wondering, you haven't asked in the comments, like, why I keep renting rooms, it's because my credit was fucked up or is jacked up. Guys, value your credit. Oh, by the way, this I'm joking. I was gonna say this YouTube video is sponsored by Panera. Panera, if you're listening, like, I'll take a sponsorship. It isn't. I'm having some cream of broccoli soup, which is really good. Really good. Another thing you'll want to do, if you're transferring jobs, like you're going to stay within the same job company, then that's fine. But if you are coming here to work for somebody totally new, get it in writing. Make sure that you guys are on the same page and get it in writing, because I will tell you, $12 an hour is still low, right? But I negotiated $12 an hour, and then I get to the office and then I look at my check and I'm getting $8. Like, that's just unacceptable. I know we've had this conversation before. You want me to have a reliable source of transportation and do all this stuff, but you want to pay me $8 an hour. So, forgive me, guys, I'm hungry and I'm getting it in where I can. Yeah, make sure you get those agreements in writing. My first job in, like, my career field, that's what he did to me. We had a couple of interviews over the phone. I started here at Taco Mac, but then I started working for him. He told me $12 and he ended up paying me $8. And he's like, well, why would I give somebody tuna? Why would I give somebody steak when they'll accept tuna? We had this conversation already. And for those of you who are day ones, it's in one of those videos. Oh no, not this girl. Not this girl. So I stayed with him long enough to find out how he's successful at what he does. And please believe that knowledge is here. And when I get somewhere where I can apply it, I'm taking it down. Taking it down. All right, so that. My other thing is, make sure you can get your own apartment. Even if you, in my case, you fall in love with someone, have your own apartment. My experience is that even when you're paying your money, people will tell you what to do, what to say, how to behave. It's like, I don't know. I don't understand. Like, I'm paying my money. I expect to be comfortable because I'm paying out. I'm paying my rent. But no, that does not matter. So make sure when you come here, and then that's the easiest way to dissolve a friendship, relationship, is if you don't have your own. If you come here and you start shacking up with someone, like you roommate with a person, not a good idea. It wasn't a good idea for me. I should have made sure I had my own car, my own apartment, and negotiated my rate of pay before stepping on Georgia's soil. One of the other things, excuse me, I gotta get it in. I'm sorry, guys. I'm hungry. Let's say it's 1 p.m. on Monday, January 18th. I got my days mixed up. The last couple of videos, I said it was Saturday the 17th. It was Saturday the 16th. Yesterday was the 17th. Anyway. This is really good. Tell me, what do you get when you go to Panera? Or do you like Panera? I like to dip. I'm not really into bread. I like to dip my baguette into my soup. That is good. That's good. I got some agave lemonade. Woo. One other thing I want to say, if you're in the sales industry, start networking with people now. Don't wait to get here. Instagram is amazing. Facebook is amazing. Start networking with people in your field of profession before you even get here. This way, you're not here and you're not utilizing the time. The downtime should be little to none once you get here. Really looking to eat healthier. I don't know how healthy cream of broccoli soup is, but it is really good. Woo, okay. One more. All right, now we can focus. So those are the things that I was challenged with when I got here. At the end of the day, I just really wanted to work. And I said, well, okay, he's a realtor. He invests in tax deed properties. So even though I'm only getting $8 an hour, at least I'll get the knowledge. But after a while, that shit is very unattractive. You can't pay your bills. Like, I was living with someone, a person that I was dating, and I was paying $130 a week. So you do the math. 8 times 40, and whatever that amount is, that's how much, or after taxes, probably what, $285, $3 at the most, and I'm paying $130 for a rent. So just imagine how much I have left. And then I had to get on the bus and the train every day. So those of you who know how much the MARTA system costs and then the express bus, I'm left with pennies, right? So yeah, make sure your rate of pay is negotiated. Make sure you have a valid license, a reliable car. Make sure you negotiate your rate. Make sure you establish your professional network. What else can I say? I think, and make sure you have your own place. Like, make sure you have your own place. Be very wary of the inexpensive rents. If it's inexpensive, it's in a shit neighborhood. I promise you that. And when I say inexpensive, I mean $700, $800, $900. The days of those types of rents out here are few and far between. You would have to be really far out. And then that's where the mode of transportation is going to be important. And if you're not paying it in rent, you're paying it in gas and time that you're spending in your car. And the traffic here is not as bad as New York, but it is bad. Especially they drive like maniacs out here, so there are a lot of accidents. And when the accidents take place, they totally block off the highways, like 20 East and 20 West. Forget about it. 85 South, 285 South North, 75 South North. If there's an accident on any of those interstates, the fire department will come and the police department will come and totally block that shit off. So then that creates the whole traffic issue. What else can I say? Georgia is a beautiful place to live. The culture is different. It is really different. It is really different. So be prepared to live in the sticks. Like, I mean, twigs and berries and deer and armadillo and frogs and all that other stuff, unless you live in the city limits. And in that case, you're going to spend $1,300 to $1,500. And you know what? I can say from being from New York, their $1,300 to $1,500 apartments are gorgeous. You got central AC, you got the washer dryer. If not, you got the washer dryer hookup. You got modern appliances, and some depends. That's my thing right now. I have opulent taste, but I have I have opulent taste, but I am realistic. And so I weigh, and this is where, like, you know, people have told me, oh, you know, you like high-end shit and blah, 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 blah. But this is where I'm saying. So if I'm going to pay $1,000 for a rent, say a 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom, but it's way out, and I got to get up super early, which means time. I got to spend money on gas, right? And then I got to navigate through all that traffic. But then there's a $1,500 apartment where I don't have to get up as early, I don't have to drive as far, I don't have to spend as much money on gas. That's the analytical brain that I utilize. So this is what I'm trying to tell you. You have to utilize your analytical brain. And yeah, the rent is cheap, but look how far it is. So you're not going to pay it in you know, the comforts of home, but you're going to pay it for gas, car maintenance, because these streets are, some of them are terrible. You know what I mean? You're going to spend time in the car when you could be spending that with your loved ones, or you know, whatever it is you do with your day. And so yeah, I want you to consider those things. And that's all I can really think about right now. But comment down below if you are considering moving to Georgia rather. And let me know what some of your apprehensions are, meaning your fears or your challenge or your, you know, what's stopping you. If you've wanted, I have had a couple of people tell me, oh yeah, I want to go to Georgia, blah, 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 blah. What's stopping you from coming here? I just had a great meeting, a virtual meeting with someone as far as my real estate license. You know, I wanted to not practice reciprocity and start the process all over again. And he's like, you know, don't do that. You know, he advised me against it. And I also told him, you know, I want to have this in place and I want to have that in place. Just certain things I feel I should have before I can represent any seller, because that's, I've been taught, always get the listing, always represent the seller. That's where the hand that rocks the cradle is the hand that rules the world, and that's where the bag is at. Like, buyers, yeah, you can show them a lot of stuff. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're gonna get it, you know. And the competition out here is steep. Like, there will be a listing on the market today, and then you'll have 5 to 10 offers on it Friday, and it'll go into escrow on Monday. That's how quick the real estate process is here. So I don't know why I've been fucking around with all this other shit, you know what I mean? But yeah, okay. It's something that, you know, it's crazy what heartbreak will do to you. It'll get you focused. Like, my other, that's my last tip. Leave these hoes alone. Like, focus on the bag. Focus on your purpose. Focus on changing other people's lives. Relationships, all they do is cloud your judgment. Let me rephrase that. The relationship that I was in, all it did was cloud my judgment. And that's my fault. I was so focused on how I could give them and how I could make them see that I'm invested in their well-being. I forgot about myself. So that's the last gem that I'm gonna leave with you guys. Come here with a clear mind to achieve your goal. Don't get sidetracked by people, places, and things, because this is really easy to do that, especially when in my case, that's all I had. I don't have any friends, I don't have any family out here, right? And so aside from having abandonment issues, I was just like what the fuck? Like, if I get kicked to the curb, I'm here by myself, and I'll be damned. I'm never going back to New York unless I'm going to visit my family. I made and that's another thing too. Maybe visit Atlanta a few times to see if this culture is really for you before you pack up everything, sell your stuff, whatever your process is. Excuse me, because I've felt a few times like, damn, I'm lonely. I should just go back to New York. But I'm like, go back to what? Other than my family who are living their lives, there's nothing there. So make sure this is for you before you give up your security wherever you are. All right? I have got, let me see, what I wanted to do another video for you guys this week. I'll probably drop it. You know what? I'm gonna do it like I did the last video. We're gonna vlog. I'm trying to find. That's one other thing I want to ask you guys. I need a car mount so that I can take you guys with me. I bought a tripod, a little rinky-dink tripod for like $8, but it's floppy, and I want something that I can use to mount so that you guys can see my day-to-day without me having to hold. Without having to hold my phone. Damn, I missed that girl. I had to turn away because I got a thought, like my heart started palpitating quick. Boom, 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 boom. Anyway, I'm weird. You'll get it. You'll get to know that if you're new here. Please go follow me on Instagram at LickHerLovin. That's LickHerLovin. I always post on my Insta story. I post a couple of things. I was in that transitional state, and I'm trying to get some resources so I can take pictures of myself. But yeah, I need more followers. Come on, go follow me there. LickHerLovin. I have Little Shy Big Eyes, but I don't use it. So if you're following me there, you're not gonna see anything until I get, I'm hoping to get, or not hoping, I'm planning to get some interns. Once I get my own place and I establish a home office, I'll have some interns that'll post for me. LickHerLovin is where I really post. And so if you're a day one and you want to keep up with me on the Insta story while I'm not posting here on YouTube, that's where you can find me. Okay.